We often talk about stress as something that happens to us, and then we talk about the results of stress, about things that we can't do. We rarely talk about stress as an effect that it has on us in the way that we feel. And yet, when you live a highly stressful life, what's actually happening to you physically totally and utterly affects how you feel and how you look. Because when you are immensely stressed, you get very, very high levels of cortisol in your system. And what cortisol does is it is the equivalent of taking a wrecking ball across the middle of your physiology, so that you've got your body there and you've got your mind. But in fact, what stress does is it gets you reacting instead of feeling, because you're constantly feeling in danger. You're constantly feeling like you're out of control. And when you feel in danger and out of control, what you feel is immensely, intensely vulnerable. And so when you're feeling very, very vulnerable, what your body does is it's always trying to keep you safe. It's always trying to get you to function, get you to get to the next place, get you to safety. And it shuts down a lot of your really, really basic mechanisms that your body needs, like digestion, like sleep, because it prioritizes your safety above all else. And when you're in this almost brace, fear, and flight mentality, it is incredibly difficult for you to function normally. What are the results of being in this place? The results are, for example, emotionally, you get a lot of brain fog, a lack of clarity of thinking. You get overwhelmed very, very quickly. Physically, what happens is your digestion doesn't work. You end up with a lot of belly fat. Cortisol fat's very, very different to other fat. You sort of get fat around your belly more than you do anywhere else. And it's impossible for you to lose weight. And the biggest problem is that as you are busy losing your sort of social and relational capital because you aren't reacting normally to your stimuli, what's also happening is that you lose contact with your system. Your body starts to react in a way where you just don't feel like it's connected to you anymore. It's kind of like, my body, I just don't know what's happening. I just don't, you find yourself saying things like, my body used to react really differently. I could actually behave differently. I could do things. I could go on a diet. I could eat less and I could go back to the weight I wanted, but nothing works like that anymore. What I want you to understand is that these are literally a symptom of living actually in a very highly stressed state. It is actually a symptom. They're not normal. They're not issues. They're not something where you go and work on how to sleep better or how to improve your digestion or how to take indigestion tablets. What's actually happening is that you're living where your body is in a massive state of stress, and that is the core thing that you actually need to look at in order to create transformation.